Hello, I am here, finally. Why is there no game sound? That should be good. Yep, there we go. Right. Ignore this for a second. I need you guys to play a game with me. Who likes the overlay? People like the overlay, right? They want it back. Well, let's play a game. Who? Well, let's play a game, chat. We've got to find out who's in what car and what number they are. Does that sound like fun? Oh, that sounds like fun, doesn't it? Oh, Hyperia. Hello. How are we? Yeah, unfortunately though, Hyperia. You remember... Oh, I did not mean to do that. Hold the front door. Right. Unfortunately, Hyperia, right? Right, you know what? I'm gonna get rid of it. My co-commentator, the Jord, he's in the McLaren. He's out on track. He's in tier 3. He's been demoted from tier 2 into tier 3. I've lost completely now. I think is Swan first to go on a lap, or have I just... Yeah, I think he is. Okay, by chance, I've accidentally found the right driver. So, we'll go on board with Swan in his first ever tier 3 lap since season 5, I think. Let's see, we're expecting big things from the tier 2 driver today. Oh my god. Never mind. Hello everybody. Hello Khan. Hello McWilliams. Hello Binder. Oh, I don't know if I'm saying your name right. I think I've butchered that again. Hyperia. Potts. Captain Woods. Blundy. How are we all doing? Hope everyone is having a great day. Oh, and Swan's not though, is he, with that? Jesus. Man has been on holiday. He got back on Friday or something. I don't think he's really played the game since. I could be wrong. But either way, he's in tier 3. He should be absolutely lighting the scene up, and he is not. The only thing he's lighting up is his rear tyres right now. All the traction that he's not getting. I'm actually going to write down all the numbers that I can see. So that if I have time between the lobby I think there's a lobby restart. I don't actually know. We'll find out, sure enough. But here comes Swan up to the line. It's a 1:17.1, not brilliant, because Dykstra then beats him by a second. Aurelius goes P2, 4 tenths away from Dykstra's time. Now here comes the other Wash McLaren driver, and never mind, he goes into the pits instead. Brilliant. Here's a man that knows how to put on a show. Livingston, 6 tenths away from provisional pole. As who's that? That's not Kopf, it's Nielsen. Oh, sorry, no, Nilsson goes P3 as a Haas of Ice Cream. No, not Ice Cream. Anderson. He now goes up to P1, I believe, winning the last race out, if I'm not mistaken. I don't actually know. As no, I keep getting his name wrong. It is Legovic, isn't it? I'm pretty sure it's Legovic. I'm so sorry. He's the one I just can never get his name right. As Sharma round in the final corner, he's gotten a little bit of a toe from his teammate, and goes P6 at the end of that. And now comes the championship leader, goes up to P3, 3 tenths away from his teammate, and it's looking good for Haas off the bat. Why did he get demoted? And where is Fluke? Fluke is not too well at the moment. He's taken a bit of time away as Wilson Smith's gone a bit deep at the blind left-hander, but recovers onto the track. No dramas there. I don't think is it Zerva? Oh, I think Zerva was on the lap until he wasn't, and that's going to be his first lap ruined. That's his teammate through, who just finished his lap. So interesting there. That's Sharma's pushing on for another, which he could be. Korean Cup is racing. Guys, if you see anyone's number on their car, like now, we can see 90 is Sharma. Please shout it out, because I'm going to try and get the overlay working for the race. But I need all the numbers, because I didn't have time. The overlay was that much effort to sort out. And that's 86 for Zerveld. The overlay was that much effort to just get set up that I didn't have time to do all the numbers, which isn't ideal. What is ice cream? Does anyone know what number ice cream is? I think Will Swan is on number 45. I got that already. What number is Rolf van Loon? 28? Okay. Aurelius, what number is he running? 60. Is that 69 or 65? I literally can't tell. Anyway, we'll actually watch some laps in qualifying, because that's what everyone's here for, isn't it? Apart from we don't really want to see this man's laps, do we? Swan, have you done any practice? Oh, apparently a purple Sector 1 from Rolf van Loon. Not sure I'd buy it, because he's just had a massive slide through there as well. Great. That's just great. Van Loon is cooking. If you think Van Loon can cook, is a ready meal. See? Exactly what I mean. Exactly what I mean. Can't even set a lap time. Goes purple, invalidates. Jesus. That is just disgusting behaviour. Blundy, number 9. Nikita Mazepin's number. Oddly suiting. Who's this? Legovic, number 3. How can you still pick number 3? Huh? Is that another Codemasters moment? Is anyone on the lap? Who's on the lap right now, chat? Come on, help me out here. I think Aurelius is on the lap, isn't he? Yeah. We saw him on his outlap before. He's gone purple sector 2 according to the game. Always take that with a pinch of salt. I think that is 69, isn't it, for Aurelius? Here he comes, currently P4, about 6/10 away from provisional pole. 9 minutes left to go in this session, and he goes up to P2, just under 2/10 away from Anderson's bank marker. Oh my God, banker time. And next up is going to be Anderson starting a lap of those. Dijkstra is now coming up to the line, goes fastest of all with a 15.9, 300ths away from from Anderson. A bit of moving about going on as Livingston goes up to P4 as well. I believe an improvement from one of the Alpines there as well. As here we go. What's this number? Trying to work out what everyone's number is in and just missing stuff, so I should probably just stop there. But I want the overlay. Who doesn't want the overlay? Here comes Nilsson. Up to the line, goes P4, 3/10 away from provisional pole there. Good lap from him. Here comes Legovic up to the line. Did he improve or not start? I don't actually know. I don't know who's on a lap and who's not. I think one of the Hasses. Anderson goes fastest there. Another 300 split him and Dijkstra. It's the opposite way around though this time, with Anderson taking that P1 spot, but that's only briefly. It's Ice Cream now goes fastest by 700ths of a second to his teammate. The Haas 1-2 is alive once again, but it's not too far away from Dijkstra, who's only a 10th off pole currently, having a great qualifying session. This one's doing his best to me. Yeah, I mean, Van Loon's doing better if you're going to be honest. Red Bull of Blundy. Is he on that? Ooh. Can Blundy out-qualify a Tier 2 driver? Yes, he can! By a good margin. Blundy goes up to P9. Who is this? Is this Will Swan? Ah, okay. He woke up a little bit. He's still 3.5 tenths away from Ice Cream and his teammate, but up to P5 for Will Swan. Putting Wilson Smith, the traitor, in the mud. As Wilson Smith goes P8. Is Unfi on a lap or not? I can't tell. He is. He goes P8, pushing his teammate down a position. It's P8, P9 for Mercedes at the moment. As who is that behind? That's Aurelius. Guys, can anyone work out the Alpine's numbers? The Alpine is like the hardest car. It's so hard to work out what the number actually is on that car. I want to say it's 95. I'm going to guess and say 95. Nilsson. I think it is 95 or 93. I don't know. It's one or the other. Anyway, I believe Rolf van Loon has gone for another lap, so let's laugh at him. The artist is a genius. Oh, Van Loon's... I think he knows we're watching, guys. He's too scared to show us the bottle. You're not washed. You're P5 in Tier 3. P5. Didn't you get a podium in the last race in F122 in Tier 2? Oh yeah, oh yeah. Of course, of course. I'll cut you some slack for this one race. Next race though, I expect to win. Nothing less. He's invalid. I'm collecting these numbers on these cars like I don't even know. I've got 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, 12 now. So 4 to go. Hyperion's missing you, mate. I miss you. I've got to deal with this on my own now. It's dead. I've got him in the lobby as well because Luke's not here. So I have to do all the lobby stuff and then commentate on my own. Wah, wah. Whatever, mate. Get fast to see and come commentate with me again. Get out of this garbage. Dijkstra is number 13? Yes. Okay, 3 to go. 3 to go. If Ice Cream wins this, does he get a Tier 3 championship? I have no idea. Literal... yeah. Do you know what I might do? Instead of everyone leaving the lobby, why don't we all just retire? Ah, the chances of that happening are pretty much nil though, aren't they? Because I didn't save the lobby options, which isn't great. Invite me in Discord, I'll come commentate. Really? Ice Cream can't win the title here. Okay. Well, Legovic is going to be the last one. Oh, sorry, the first one to set their final lap is what I meant to say. With 2 minutes left in the session, though, he could be going for a double push here. Is Byland here? Probably not. Hyperion, you're more than welcome to come commentate with me, but just know the drivers don't appreciate it too much when you absolutely rip them 24/7. So I'm giving you that warning, but it is what it is. There we go. Legovic going up to P5 there in the end. I believe Ice Cream, the championship leader, is starting his what could be his final lap here. I think it is going to be his final lap in this qualifying session. Currently on pole. Can he extend that lead any more though? As Dijkstra goes fastest. Sorry I missed that, but Dijkstra to the top of the leaderboard at the moment. A tenth and a bit clear of Ice Cream. Ice Cream has to now find that time in his lap if he wants that pole position in here at Hungary here, which is more than crucial around what is essentially a go-kart track, just made a little bit bigger. As who is that? As Van Leeuwen starting the lap. He's not even put a time in yet, but we'll go back to Ice Cream. I believe there's a few people ahead of him that could be setting a time first though. I just don't know who it is. Livingston maybe? No, Livingston's just started. Maybe Wilson Smith? No, he's started. I don't know who's going to go ahead. Blundy goes back up to P9. And it is going to be Ice Cream next across the line. Then where can he go? He does take pole back away from Dijkstra. 600's now the gap. There's one of the Alpines, I think that was Kopf, moves up to P8. And next up is Sharma, who goes P8. And his teammate Zerveld can't improve. Stays P14, and that is Swan into the pits. He will not be setting a faster time this qualifying session, but here comes Anderson. He's been quick since his return halfway through the season. He does go on pole by 84 thousandths of a second over his teammate, and it is another pole for Haas at the moment. Can anyone down the order find a bit more time? Dijkstra's out, Aurelius is out, I think Legovic is out as well. It's got to be someone from out of the blue if they want to steal this pole away from the Haas team, and Livingston won't be because he's invalidated. Next up are the two Mercs, and also the Alfa Romeo of Ducati mixed in there. What can Wilson Smith do here in Hungary? Crosses the line, goes P5. What about Ducati? Up to the line now, doesn't improve on his time. Unfi can't improve either, stays P13. As the Red Bull of Blundy crosses the line for the final time, and he's done in this qualifying session. So is the Alpine of Nilsson. I believe. Unless Ice Cream, no, you didn't go on for another lap. Kopf is done. I think that is our qualifying over and done with. And it is Anderson on pole in Hungary. I think I've got everyone's numbers as well, which is good. Should be able to get that working. But anyway, we are going to have a Van Leeuwen P16. Oh dear. We're going to have a lobby restart, I believe. Let me double check that. If not. Oh yeah, we do. It's Aurelius with a 3-place grid penalty. So we will go and get that sorted now. But there you go, that is your qualifying over and done with. And it's a Haas front row lockout, I believe, for the second time in a row? No. Or yes it was. But then he had a penalty last race. But very close stuff at the top. once again. We'll be back very shortly though for the full Grand Prix here in Hungary. Stay tuned. Okay, we are back, and we are nearly ready for the Hungarian Grand Prix to get underway. Hopefully, and I mean hopefully, the overlay will work, but I have absolutely no idea. We will find out, but it is dry, yes. Make sure you get your setups on, make sure you get your strategies sorted and your fuel. Don't forget your setups, most importantly though, because they are crucial around here. Why aren't I on the grid? What do you mean? What do you mean? I can't accept the challenge, Jeff. If you can't win a race here, then neither would I. Anyway, here we go. For 5 red lights here in Hungary. The 2 Hasses leading us away from the grid. There we go. We are finally underway. A bit of wheel spin for Anderson. Dijkstra also getting the same thing, and his teammate. They're going to be going side by side for P2 in this race. Dijkstra around the outside as Aston Martin on the grass. But it is going to be the outside line for Dijkstra as he comes through turn 1. Is he going to get a better run? Down into turn 2. There we go. We've finally got... Oh, lightning's in the race. We've finally got some action going on here in Hungary. But it is going to be the Hasses remaining 1-2 as Ice Cream fends off Dijkstra down the hill into turn 4. But here we go. It's all settling out now through the fast blind left-hander. Swan POV lap 1. He's already down into 9th on the hard compound tyres. The only one other than his teammate Van Loon on the hards. Everyone through safely first on this first lap of the race as we head into sector 3 now. I don't know why it says that Will Lightning's in this race. I think that is what's his face? I can't think of his name. Livingston. Who is currently trying to make a move on the outside now of Aurelius, who's taken a 3-place grid penalty here today and started P7 on the grid. But at the moment, he's side by side for P6 with Livingston as we run down into turn 1. The Alfa Romeo looking for the outside line, looking to go deeper on the brakes and clear the Williams. There's also up the inside there is Nilsson, the 3 wide. There's contact between the two. There's Livingston round. There's a big crash at turn 1. Livingston all the way down to P16 now with Aurelius in P15. What a mess it was there at turn 1. Tier 3 moment indeed. But at the moment, no safety cars or VSCs being called out, and it's still the 2 Hasses on the medium compound tyres leading this race away from Dijkstra, Legovic, and Legovic. Oh wait, yeah, they had the same number, Legovic and Wilson Smith in P5. Swan 6th to 14th is an impressive feat behind his teammate who didn't even set a time in qualifying. It's going great for him right now as he's fighting currently Aurelius, who's trying to recover after that bit of contact. I think, is that missing end plate from Swan there? It is. Swan's missing his front left end plate. Not too sure how that came about. And funnily enough, the man that got in contact with Livingston, no damage at all. I don't know why it should give me the time. There we go. There's the times. As Anderson sets the fastest lap of this race. Currently beaten though by Zerveld and Nilsson. And Ducker out of nowhere going fastest of all on that last lap. But here we go. Third lap of this race. DRS will be now enabled all the way down the pit straight and down into turn 2. Of course, one detection point on this track. You can see it there just above the 3 for sector 3 on the minimap. And that will give you DRS in the 2 zones that are on this track. But a little bit wide there for Anderson, maybe picking up a warning. And then last in tier 3. That is worthy of an applause. Fluke territory. Oh my god. We've got a new Fluke Martin, everybody. Fluke's legacy will forever live on. In Tier 3 especially. For the moment, it's filtering out quite nicely in this race. A couple tenths between. We've got like 2 packs going on here, with Blundy heading the second train and Anderson leading the first. And then we have Swan and Livingston in their own little races. The fastest lap there being set. Wait, hang on. I should have a... hold up. Let me do... Oh, that is... Hold up. That's about as big as Fluke's brain. There we go. Now we can see who we're watching. But the currently fastest lap is still under the name of no-name driver here, which is David Ducker. I will fix this if we get like a VSC or something. But currently he is in P9 with the fastest lap of this race on the soft compound tyres, looking to close up to Blundy, who's just been overtaken, I believe, by Sebastian Zerveld. A man has no name. Yeah, this is... we'll fix that. It was a very last minute thing. I spent all afternoon trying to get this overlay set up because it isn't. You don't understand how painful it actually is to get this thing set up. And I really wanted to get it working again because it does look nice and it adds a bit of something to the stream. I've just realised I've put that right over the text. Hold up. If I do maybe that. That'll do, won't it, chat? But Adam Ice Cream here, looking to make a move on his teammate into the lead of the race. Back right at the right time there, as he moves into first place. As we head into turn 1, Legovic getting past Dykstra, using those soft compound tyres as early as he can. But they do not last long round here. And I'm sure Dykstra will be keen to get back past into that podium position and make the most of the softs maybe at the end of this race, if that is the strategy he chooses. As a green flag in sector 1. As that is an... Oh my god, what's happened there? I think that's... Is that Unfi or Wilson Smith? I swear there was a Merc off there as well. I think he just went a bit deep. But the 2 Alfa Romeos, who... Duckett seemed to have some great pace out there. Has been spun round. Wait, I'm so confused. Is this Duckett or is this Duckett? I thought the one that got spun out was... Tell you what, the one way to find out. Livingston is P14. Okay, so he's Lightning, and Ducker is the other one. I'll fix it. I promise, chat. Just hold up. There's going to be a safety car. We've seen the chaos that's already entailed. And look at this train from the lead of this race. We've got P1 all the way down to P6 right now in a DRS train with one another. A mixture of tyres, 2 soft runners, and 4 medium runners. As Dykstra looking to make a move into turn 1. Down the inside, can he find the traction? A bit of a snap for both of them there. Legovic moves over to try and defend the position. Thinks better of it. And they're going to go side by side now into turn 2. There's contact, more contact made into there. But they both come through unscathed. I don't think there's any damage on that Ferrari. And it is Dykstra back onto the podium positions. But it's cost them a lot of time to the 2 leaders of the Haas team. And I think it's all settled out now. After that move's been made, it's very difficult to make moves around this track. As we're seeing the Williams and the Mercedes of Unfi and Aurelius battling it out now as we head into sector 2, into the chicane. Very tricky chicane to get right consistently. But it looks like Unfi is going to keep that P11 position. And Aurelius, who, let's be real, hasn't had the best start to a race here, is going to have to settle back into P12 until maybe he gets the DRS assistance down the pit straight. And so there we go then. Through the final corner we come. This is going to be Aurelius' chance to make a move and try and get himself back in touching reach of points in this race. Down the inside. It seems like he's going to make that stick, but the Mercedes driver, Vunfi's, still trying to hang it around the outside. These camera angles are amazing. But he has made it stick into turn 2. It is going to be Unfi down a position into P12, and now Aurelius can charge back after the points that he was once in at the start of this race. He qualified P4, got that 3-place grid penalty, and since then it's not been too great. But he knows he has pace. We know he has pace, and we want to see it out there on track. Meanwhile, Legovic has not had the best few laps here, as Dijkstra picks up a penalty now. That is massive for his race. We've already got Aurelius with a 3-second as well. We didn't even notice, or I didn't even notice that had happened. But that's going to be detrimental here, because this looks like a very close grid we've got going on so far. As we look further down the order, Kopf is a couple tenths behind Blundy here as we come through the final corner. Is he going to look for a move into turn 1? It seems to be the prime overtaking spot. We're getting a bit of side-by-side action all over the track, but that was a terrible exit there from Blundy. It's going to allow Kopf now to get past with the DRS before we even get to turn 1. And it is going to be Kopf up into P8 in this race for the Alpine team. And he'll set after now Sebastian Zerveld on those soft compound tyres that won't be doing too well at this point in the race. As who is that? We have Nilsson, I believe that is, charging right under the rear wing of Legovic here. Nilsson's having a great race at the moment. He had good qualifying, up into P6 as it stands. He's on the soft compound tyre though, which I don't know. It's a tricky tyre to keep pacing around it, especially after at this point in the race, 8 laps in. It doesn't seem like a lot, but these soft tyres do not like this track whatsoever unless you're on low fuel and you have the optimum setup on. And there's 2 legs in 4th and 5th. Yeah, it's because actually I don't know. I think it's Legovic and Wilson Smith. So Wilson Smith in the Merc in P4 also has number 3, and so does Legovic. I don't even know how they have number 3 because Daniel Ricciardo was added back into the game. Holy crap. And usually that means they remove the driver number, but they obviously forgot to do that. So I don't know what's going to happen there, but it might mean that if you started the new career mode today, you could probably pick number 3, and Daniel Ricciardo would also have number 3 in the same save, which would be interesting. But hey, that is Codemasters at its finest. I feel like the race is settling out a little bit now. I might even... Do you know what I'm going to do? 1 second. Who was it that we missing? It was David Ducker. And... There we go, it should fix itself now. Yeah, we go. We've got Duck and Livingston on the overlay. I can't really do much about the legs, unfortunately. Should we see if the halo hood works? Actually, it's not going to work. What am I on about? Because I've not got the right view. There we go. Sharma up the inside of Blundy there. We just about caught the end of the move. Blundy looking to get a better exit here. As Anderson's out of the race. What has happened to Anderson? He's lost it. He's lost it at the exit of turn 2. And he's hit the inside barrier. That is the race leader. The man on... I can't even remember who was on pole. I think he was on pole. Yeah, he was on pole. Out of the race though. That is a huge crash and a huge blow to Haas's, yes, already dominant point score, but still, I'm sure they want to make that a little bit more comfortable. You always do. But one of their main drivers out of this race, and there is a safety car that I was predicting just a few laps ago. Can you change camera options in this screen? No. Of course not. We do have a safety car now, so we're going to see everyone into the pits. So let's have a look what tyres everyone's going onto here. Swan has already been into the pits and gone, and he has chosen the medium compound tyres. So let's see what this chain reaction will cause. We've got the race leader, Ice Cream, into the pits now for the hard compound tyres. So he's going to look to go to the end on this set. As what will Dykstra pick here? Dykstra, who started on the mediums, also goes to the hard compound tyres. What does Wilson Smith do? I think that is the hards as well. No, it's the mediums, I believe. Yeah, the mediums on the Mercedes driver, who I believe started on the soft compound in this race. Nilsson was also on the soft compound, but has gone to the hards. Legovic, also on the soft compound, goes to the mediums. We've got a bit of a strategy risk from a few of these drivers here. 20 stop race. I hope not. I really hope not. Let me sort this out because I really don't like the layout that we've got going on here. Okay, that should be a bit better now. Yep. Okay, so here you go. We've got 2 stops for Duck and Swan so far. You're gaining lost 15 positions lost from Anderson, and he's out of this race. It's an unfortunate race from him. Oh, I nearly did something very bad then. That would have been upsetting. I'm just getting rid of that. Trying to clean up here. I had to kind of do this as the stream was starting, which didn't help. But hopefully it looks a bit nicer. As what is going on here? Oh, is that because I keep tabbing out? Oh shit, I didn't think about that. I'm sorry if anyone's died. Have I fucked up? I might have fucked up big time. Did I fuck up? Are we fucked? Did I? Ah, shit. Please no one pit for damage. I will be forever sorry. Okay, I think we're okay. Okay, I forgot you can't tab out. I'm not used to being the lobby host, okay? Usually it's Fluke and he's not here. So, very confusing. What is going on? Is this because I tabbed out, or is this just because people can't do things properly? What is going on? Swan has another chance to get out of the race as well. Let's not forget. Do you know something? Oh, I can't tap out. God damn it. Is there any engineers watching the stream right now? Has when I was tabbing out then, did it actually ruin anything, or was that just something going wrong with the driver's skill? Oh, the safety car's in. Okay, here we go. We're going to get underway once again in Hungary. And this time, it's not going to be two Hasses leading us away. It's going to be Ice Cream on his own to defend against the likes of Dykstra, Legovic, Nilsson, Wilson Smith. It's going to be a very interesting end to this race with a few people choosing the mediums. We've got Blundy on the softs. He's definitely going to have to pit again, though. Is the two-stop going to work out for him, though, since they're all so... oh, yeah, I should be checking that. I don't think he was, from what I saw on his wheel. But here we go. We are underway once again. Legovic looking to make a move. not Legovic. Dijkstra looking to make a move on for the lead of the race. Down the inside at turn 1. Ice Cream tries to fend him off. Give me a better view. Ice Cream does fend him off. And now Wilson Smith looking to go up the inside at turn 2. Can he make it stick? The softer compound tyres not working quite as well as he thought there through turn 2. He's going to have to settle back into P3. But I'm sure he won't be too disappointed with that. He can now stick with these two. But he's got to make the move soon if he wants to have any chance of defending off later in this race for the win. As here we go through the chicane for the first time since the safety car restart. And it's going to be all filtering out now further down the field. Everyone will want to get into a groove once again. Try and make their tyres work the best they can. We've got 5 medium runners down at the back at the moment. With a mixture of medium runners up into the top 10. It's going to be interesting to see these tyre differences later on in the race. Swan overtook Van Driver. Here we go then, as we head on to lap 14 of this race. Is Ice Cream leading Dijkstra, leading Wilson Smith, who's looking to make a move right now, past Peter Van Dijkstra, whatever. Can't say his name. As here he goes round the outside now. He tried it up the inside last lap. He's going to try the outside this lap. Can he make it the inside for turn 3? He's holding it on the inside there, but doesn't quite find the speed out of the corner to get past. He's got to settle back into P3 again, but this is costing them time to Ice Cream, who's extended his gap by a second now in the lead of this race. Peter, I can't say his name. I'm just going to say Dijkstra. That's a lot easier, isn't it? Dijkstra holding off Wilson Smith right now for P2 in this race. He only has to do it for, I imagine, 5 or 6 more laps, and then the tyre advantage he has on those hard compound tyres will come back to him. Let's have a look though. Further down the order, we've got Sebastian Zervald looking to make a move on the Ferrari driver of Legovic for P5 in this race. Once again, the medium tyres fighting it out, trying to get aggressive, trying to make a move, but nothing coming to avail just yet. DRS will be now enabled, but it won't be until next lap when we actually see the effects of that, as Swan sets the fastest lap of the race. Bro woke up in the second half, but Sebastian Zervald tries to defend it off into the into turn 1, can't quite manage it, and tries to launch an attack into turn 1, can't quite manage it, settles back down into P6. Not gonna lie, I never look at the front, the real racers at the back. That is very true. Especially here in tier 3, we've got a DRS train all the way from P1 to P7 and then P8 to P15, so it is once again splitting off into 2 packs here, just like the that rapper that's dead, right? I think he's dead. Anyway, here we go. Aurelius making his way back into the top 10 now. Looking to get past Sharma and Kopp, although they are, well, especially Sharma's on the medium compound tyres, which could prove a little bit difficult for him to get past for the next few laps. But as soon as those hard compound tyres come into a zone, they will definitely be the tyre to be on at the end. I think the mediums won't last long enough around here. So I know from experience, I think I did 25 laps on them in the tier 1 race, and it wasn't too enjoyable. 23, or I can't remember what it was. But Wilson, I think, set the fastest lap again then. So he is putting the foot to the floor right now. I think it, or does it just do that every lap? I think it might just do that every lap actually. Maybe I'm, yeah, I think it does, because it should come up at the top. Mediums are class. No, they're not. No. To be fair, I do think the medium is the best race tyre out here, but I think 20 laps? 20 laps on them? Oh, it's actually more than 20 laps, wasn't it? It's like 22 laps. The hards are going to be a lot better at the end. Try 30 laps on them, yeah, because there's literally zero reason for you to do 30 laps on them, was there? Like, you would just, I don't really know what the plan was there. This is, Will Swan, of course, bottling it. Oh, No, he didn't. No, he didn't. No, they were not 30 laps holding it. Oh, it's up at the sharp end of the second pack. Sharma makes a move past Aurelius, and I'll try and close up to his teammate. But look at that behind it; it's an absolute squabble fest. As Swan gets past Livingston, and Unfi I think overtakes Van Loon there in the background for P13. Livingston gets a 3-second time penalty. I think he ran wide there at the exit of turn 3. Let's have a look at the time pens actually that have been handed out here. So we've got 3 second for Dijkstra, which is very costly. It'll take him off the podium as it stands. As Aurelius also has a 3 second, and now Livingston just picking that up on the last lap. Very unfortunate for Dijkstra to have picked that penalty up, but it is what it is. At the moment, he is gaining time on Nilsson though behind. 2 seconds now between him and Nilsson. So you might be looking to nullify the effect of that penalty by the end of this race if he can keep this up. We just have to hope that there was no more safety cars to be brought out. As up the inside there, Livingston all over the back of Will Swan right now. Can't quite find the space. Can he find it on the exit here? He might need to find a little bit of overspeed. You've got the DRS, the slipstream. I'm sure the battery will be getting a deploy as well. Though he's not got too much left there in that Alfa Romeo. Oh, a little bit. Oh my God, Swan and Livingston both nearly spinning off into the wall there. And now they're going to be side by side into turn 2. There's a spin at the back. It's David Ducker who's spun round. Livingston's teammate and team principal spinning around at the back, and he's going to have to recollect himself onto the track. But Livingston gets through on the inside at turn 2, past Will Swan, up into P11 once again. As further up to the front, what have we got going on? I think Legovic and Nilsson just swap positions there. As let's see what pace Legovic has on those mediums. The mediums seem to be working well still for him. I think the more important thing for Dijkstra right now is that the 3 second could cost him P2 in this race, because Wilson Smith on the mediums ahead will start to deteriorate at the end here, and that might be his chance to get past. But will he be able to pull 3 seconds on him? It's going to be a big ask. As Blundy on the softs, still heading this little train in the mid pack. As there goes Duckett picking up a 3 second time penalty. His day is going from bad to worse here. But here comes Sebastian Zerveld up the inside at turn 1 on Adam Blundy. Or is that Adam or Alex? I think it's Adam. It's definitely Adam. I don't know why it says Alex. I think I just had a brain fart. Sorry, Blundy. Anyway, Adam Blundy moves down to P7 on those soft compound tyres that he's definitely going to have to pit off in the next few laps. Who is this tier 2 Merc driver? Is that Sharma going up from the inside at the chicane? I think it is. He can't quite find the space there. Is Aurelius now looking to get past him? Up the inside. This is a very unorthodox overtaking position. Round the outside for the next corner. He makes it stick. Is that Sharma round? Sharma, I think, had a massive moment there and manages to recollect himself. But it's only P10 for him now. He was just fighting for P8 on road. And now he's down into P10, having to fend off Livingston. That is a terrible error there from Sharma. A very opportunistic move from Aurelius though. As Dijkstra has 3 seconds now on Legovic in P4. So he'll be looking to now close up to the other Legovic, which isn't Legovic. But Aurelius going for a move there on Blundy now into turn 1, just like we saw Zerveld do on the last lap. And up into P7 for him. That's what is going on here. Swan is dropping down the order into P13, falls behind Unfi, and now is his teammate behind him of Rolf van Loon, who might try and get a move done here. Doesn't quite find the space. Oh god. This is scary to watch for me. So Max. Oh man. Cop though is now all over the back of Blundy's Red Bull. We've seen Blundy, I think, lose 2 or 3 positions in the last 2 or 3 laps, and I might be about to lose another one. Those softs are not working for him now. He needs to get onto a better tyre, I think. Maybe he's waiting out for a VSC or a safety car, but I don't think it's going to come in time for him here, because he might be out of the top 10 by the end of next lap, as Kopf now moves up into P8 ahead of him on the hard compounded tyres, and he's looking to join Aurelius and Zerveld in that charge for P5. Jeff, this is Legovic, right? I feel like last Monza really screwed me up because I called him Kosicilek, who's the tier 2 driver. And then I felt like I got it wrong again, but I don't know if it is right or wrong. He's that Soviet king. It is Legovic, right? Otherwise I'm not like a right idiot right now. Okay, good. I swear his name's Connor, but I didn't actually know. Okay, it's Connor. Great. I forgot his name. It's the same as mine. Brilliant. Great. Happy days. Anyway, Blundy, like I said last lap, needs to think about something to do here with his tyres, because they are not working for him. I think he's into the pits finally. Maybe he's got the stream on in the background, and he's realised what I've said as... Oh, Will Swan. He's retired. He's retired. Ego retire. Ego retire. He knew he was going to win. That's the problem. The question is, which Connor is better? Oh, it is easy to answer that, to be fair. But the top 3 right now are all very close together. 3/10 separating all of them. As let's have a look here. Will Dijkstra wants to get a move done on Legovic. Not Legovic. Oh my god. What's a 4 this year? Chinese F4. I think he should. Swan, do you want to come and commentate the rest of the race with me? He's going to take his anger out. Swan, do you want to stay tier 2? This is interesting. Nah. Who is that? Is that Duck? What is Duck cooking? Should we just watch Duck? Should we give him a bit of screen time? No, we won't, because Aurelius going up the inside of Sharma here. Oh no, not Sharma, Zerveld. And Zerveld's been pushed wide there. And now Nilsson, no cop in the Alpine, looking to go around the outside, but doesn't quite make it stick. And Livingston's looking at the inside of him now, looking to go around the outside of the final corner. Doesn't quite make it work. And they all filter out into the positions they were already in anyway, I think. Apart from Aurelius goes up to P6. Front wing damage on Duck. Oh dear. Well, he doesn't want him to see himself drive around with no front wing, does he? Let's be real. God, I hate Hungary. What an L track. When does this race ever deliver? Jeff, was it you that picked this track? I was on holiday and I came back and it was like, we're doing Hungary. Why is Hungary a shit map? Don't ever call it a map. It's a track. Okay, first of all. Temperate said a map. Vegas would have been better. It would have been better. Trust me. Oh. What on earth happened there? Oh, what is happening? I thought there was a red flag there. I nearly... Oh. Vegas would have been so much better, to be fair. Because it would have been chaos, which doesn't always mean well for the serious championship side, because nerds. And, what do you mean, no shit, we told you? Mate, I was on holiday. I had no say in the decision on what track we did. I think when I look back, it was like Imola and Hungary. And Imola would have been better than Hungary. Hungary is such a bad track for league racing. It's just so bad. Exactly, no one cares about the championship. So why don't we just do Las Vegas and actually have some entertainment? Because what are the sweaty esports guys at the top of the Tier 1 championship aren't going to want to practice Las Vegas, are they? Anyway, up the inside goes Dijkstra, up into P2 in this race, but he's still got that 3-second time penalty under his name. So he's going to have to pull away 3 seconds on Wilson Smith. That hasn't looked... it has looked very fast so far, so it could be a difficult challenge for him to do that by the end of the race. As Rolf van Loon has somehow, miraculously, clawed himself out of the depths and might score 2 points in this race. Actually, no he won't, because Blundy's pit. Blundy's just come out of the pits, hasn't he? Good. What is the hardest racing track possible? Monaco. Someone mod the Nordschleife. Nordschleife is not actually that difficult if you know it. And boy, me and Hammer did know that track for absolutely no reason, because we never did the race. How is the tyre life on everyone? That. Hold up. How do I find that? Can I even do this anymore? The overlay update. Oh. Oh. What? Pots? Hello? Pots? Come in, Pots. Hello, Pots. What on earth? What is this? What is this Ferrari strategy I've just seen? Did you have damage that we didn't see, or what? The tyres would have made it. You had like 23 laps. He didn't have to do 23 laps on him, did he? Oh, he did medium, medium. Ah. Ah. Oof. I thought he was on softs at the start. Never mind. Yikes. Well, in that case, it's looking rather good now for Dijkstra to keep that P2. The question is, what's going to happen here with Legovic and Nilsson? Because is Nilsson going to be able to round off the podium? He's had a great weekend here so far. Oh, of course it was Nilsson. Oh, as I say it! As I say it! Do you know what? I hope he crashes now. Crash. As if I said that. He's had a great weekend here so far, and it was him that picked the sodding track that no one wanted to do. Brilliant. Portimao. Portimao is the best track on this game. End of story. Can we just all agree on that? Thank you. Good night. I'm going to end the stream right now. Portimao in this game is something else. It was so good on F121, and then F122 is pretty terrible because the back end of the car just felt non-existent, and then it got amazing again on this game. But the real question is, guys, the real question is when we get a Mugello. When is that going to happen? Literally. Yeah, F122 is terrible. Ducker, he's 14th in the bin. Oh, there's Aston Martin gone wide at turn 1 there. Who was that? I think it's Sharma. Did you lose out there to Livingston? I'm not too sure. We have two Legovic because Legovic and Wilson Smith both have number 3, which once again I don't understand how that even happens because Daniel Ricciardo is in the game and they shouldn't be able to pick number 3, but I don't think Codemasters thought about that one. So yeah, Hockenheim and Malaysia. We need Malaysia as well. Malaysia's a great track, and maybe Fiji, because Fiji's a great track. But are we going to see Ice Cream win another race, or is Dijkstra going to look for a race win here in Hungary? Because he's getting very close down the DRS straight, and he's on the same compounded tyres for the same amount of time. Kyle Army, yeah, it's true, but they'll never put Kyle Army in until, I don't know, probably. To be fair, it's looking likely that Kyle Army might come back to F1, so maybe in the next few years they might not even have to add it, it'll just be in the game. I don't think there'll be any new tracks coming in this game though. I think this is basically all the tracks we'll get this game because of Qatar and Las Vegas and all that. They won't put the effort into do any more. Next game, maybe. Maybe. If the rumours are actually true and they'll do a new engine for the game, next game might be pretty basic, but it might be just a better base game. Hopefully. We can pray, right? Because at the moment, this game is just flopped. It's absolutely flopped. Even though it's a better game than last year, it is just absolutely nowhere. Probably because of a mixture of things, like real life F1 being boring as hell. And I'm not saying that... Oh, never mind. Are we going to get a change for the lead of the race? Unlike we do in real life F1. Oh, there's contact between the two! I think... Is there any damage on the AlphaTauri? Don't think there is. I think he got away with it. But I think that was a bit of a snap there from Ice Cream that span him into Dijkstra's front left. If there's no anti-cheat, you might cry. Yeah, fair enough. Oh my god, what is going on here? Blundy, Zerveld and Livingston all getting tucked into a battle here. Blundy gets past Zerveld and holds on to P9. But two Aston Martins looking to get past him once again here. Is that Sharma on the soft compounded tyres who we're looking to get past. Oh my god, look at the difference in tyres here. Blundy. Who's that? No, it's Unfi and Zerveld. Oh my god. Okay, I can see. I see what Swan meant now. It is becoming apparent. Oh my Jesus Christ. Oh. Late on the brakes, round the outside. Okay, that was actually... Back to the lead of the race. Because they are very close together now. Oh my god, what's happened there? Did Wilson Smith just get two cars in one there? I think he did. Up into P3 and the fastest lap. It is a great recovery from that strategy that wasn't looking too well. Is Legovic? No! Legovic has spun at turn 1. I don't know if there's contact involved there, but he's fallen all the way down, I think from P4, or maybe even P3, just a lap ago, down into P9, fighting for P10. To stay ahead of P10 at this point, and he falls down to P10. That is a horrendous final stage to this race for Legovic. He's going to be mixed now with a load of people on fresher tyres. Wow, that is a big hit there. Classic Ferrari moment as Van Loon's into the pits, and Dijkstra, he's got basically 2 chances left to make a move for the lead of the race, and Ice Cream's not going to let it go easy. His teammate crashing out of this race in the early stages. He'll be wanting to make the most of what he can here. He wants to score the maximum amount of points this weekend. Dijkstra can't quite find the space up the inside at turn 1. He's going to have to hold on. Maybe now into turn 2. He's going to go up the inside. Dijkstra in the AlphaTauri. Up the inside. Holds the inside line. What can Ice Cream do on the outside? Nothing. He can't defend it off. Dijkstra takes the lead of this race. On lap 34 out of 35. We have a change for the lead as Legovic falls down to P11 there further back. But Ice Cream now, he needs to get this lap together and he needs to make the most of that DRS straight on the final chance he will have to make a move, because once they cross this line, there is no more DRS advantage for the person behind, because you don't get to the DRS zone before you get to the finish line. So it's going to be very close here. Ice Cream needs to be doing better than this through the final sector, otherwise he might lose out to Dijkstra. He needs to close up as much as he can. Not got too much battery to play with here either, Adam Ice Cream. Dijkstra basically just lost himself the race. I don't know if he has. 6/10 now the gap between these two. Not if Ice Cream's being this stinky. Let's see if Ice Cream can find anything through the final corner. Just a better run all the way to turn 1. If not, you have another chance with DRS down into turn 2. Hope they run out of fuel. I don't think they will. They've had a safety car and everything. They'll be fine. But here he goes. This Ice Cream's basically final chance into turn 2. He's not going to be close enough. Dijkstra just needs to hold on for 1 lap now. Can he make this a race winner for AlphaTauri here in Tier 3? I think he's only done one of the Tier 3 race before he was in Tier 2 and got moved down. Well, here we go then. Down into Sector 3 for the final time this race. It is Peter Jan Dijkstra leading the race from Ice Cream. And Wilson Smith recovered beautifully from that strategy up into P3 with the fastest lap of the race. And only a few seconds behind them. But Peter Jan van Dijkstra goes through the final corner. And he is in P1. He takes the win in Hungary. Ice Cream has melted, but still gets P2. And Wilson Smith takes home a podium for Mercedes on his first race for Mercedes. Nilsson holds on for P4. Kopf makes it an Alpine 4 and 5. Aurelius recovers beautifully to P6 as well after that 3-place grid penalty. Sharma finishes P7. Blundy P8. Livingston crosses the line for P9. And Unfi rounds out the top 10. It is a very up and down race. We've had a lot of action and we've had a lot of boring moments at the same time, but that's Hungary for you, isn't it? It's not really a thriller, is it, Nilsson? Peter Jan van Dijkstra. Hey, it's a difficult name to say in commentary, okay? We survived watching a whole Hungary race. Oh, Sharma.
Swan DNF, you love to see it.
That was beautiful, beautiful timing there, Harris. Ah, fuck. Sharma's left the session, so it's gonna mess up the. It's gonna say he finished like 13th, yeah, but he finished 7th in the end. No worries, Ice Cream. Great race. Wait. Oh! Oh, I don't know. I didn't know. Oh, wait. Ice Cream. Ah. Yeah, I didn't think of that. Ice Cream takes the win over Dijkstra. Oh, God. That's what Hungary does to a man, okay? Okay, we'll be back a little bit. Imagine having two tier 2 drivers not scoring points. Couldn't be me, couldn't be me. We'll be back very shortly though for some driver interviews, so stick about if you are interested in hearing the drivers' thoughts on today's race. But from me, if you are going, thank you for sticking about, and we'll see you on Friday, 7 PM for the Tier 1 Circuit of the Americas race in Texas. So America, let's see how that goes. Okay, we are back, and PT and Dykstra is here. Ice Cream's already let us know that he won't make the interviews, so we'll bring you up, Mr. Dykstra. Welcome up here, first of all.
Thank you.
And a great race from you today. A very unfortunate 3-second penalty, though, I'm sure you are not too happy about.
No.
But don't worry, because I might have, in commentary, called you the race winner by accident because I didn't realise you actually had the penalty. So you'll still get that in the VOD, but yeah, unfortunately not the actual race winner. I just messed up big time. Either way, a very good race from you, and you showed that you had a great pace here, and that I think tier 3 is a great suit for you in the end. And yeah, P3 in qualifying, P2 in the race, and with Anderson's mistake, obviously that would all make sense. But you showed great pace all the way through the race in the end, sticking with the likes of Ice Cream through the entire second stint, and Wilson Smith on the softer compounded tyres. So in the end, it was a great result from you. So yeah, but like I say, I'll go back for it. P3 in qualifying, 10th and a half away from pole, on what is a very tricky lap to get right in Hungary. And then a very, I wouldn't say it was a chaotic race, but there was a lot going on all over the track at numerous amounts of times. And through all that, you managed to stick through it and keep the position you were in, and end up coming home, well, crossing the line first, but going home P2. And yeah, showing you had the pace out there today to get the win. Just unfortunate about the 3-second time penalty.
Yeah, it's upsetting, not really, but I'm sick at the moment, so I'm happy with the P2. Either way, it could have been a P1. Yeah, just in the first stint, I made a mistake 3 times in a row in the same corner, going a little bit over the limit, and that caused me to get a 3-second penalty.
Yeah.
And then with the pit stop, like the first safety car, my plan was to skip the first safety car and go for the second one because I kind of hoped for a second safety car. But yeah, that didn't came, so I saw Ice Cream going in, so I thought it was my time to go in as well. And the pace on the hards was quite good compared to the medium because I was keeping up with the the Mercedes, my bad. But that cost me some time as well. I think if I took the Williams earlier, the Mercedes earlier, I could have attacked Ice Cream and then went for like 3-second gap on him, because in the last 2 laps I already gained like 1 second.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, once Wilson Smith was in the box, you basically showed that you had the pace to be pretty much right under the rear wing of Ice Cream for a while. But yeah, just unfortunate with that 3-second time penalty, which, like you say, it can be done so easily around here, because it's a very hard track to stay consistent at and not make too many mistakes. But in the end, P2, it's not a bad result at all.
No.
And after, I believe, a DNF last race, it's a
exactly. Yeah.
It's a great way to bounce back, and it might be a trajectory onto a good race next race, or even better race, I should say, next race, out in Kota. So, thank you for coming up here. Thank you for coming and racing today. You put on a show for us on those last few laps and throughout the race. But yeah, thank you for
did my best.
Me.
No problem, man.
Oh, congrats. Have a good night.
Same for you.
Okay. What is that? I have no idea what that is. Anyway, who is next up? Is Nelson here? Nope. Aurelius, I believe. You're next. Oh, someone joined at the wrong time. That threw me off.
I don't mind. You don't want
welcome.
I shat myself on one of the Mercedes. One of the Mercedes was laying like balls, right? Teleported behind me. There was that fast left-hander before you did the long hairpin. Fucking teleported to my right.
Was it Unfi by chance?
Yes.
Yeah.
It scared the living daylights out of me.
Well, I can see. Well, it was a up and down race, I'd say, for you. You had a great qualifying, 3 tenths away from pole, but in P4. Then obviously had that 3 place, I believe, from Monza,
Red penalty from Monza. Sorry, Dykstra.
which then put you down into P7, I believe, in the end.
Yep.
But you
A
had, I'd say, not the
good
best of
start.
starts.
Well, I
For,
got a position. I
I mean,
gained a position from the
yeah,
start.
I mean, like in terms of
And then lap
first
2.
first stint, it wasn't too great. I saw you were down in, I believe, like P12 or
Yeah.
bottom half of the top 10 at points. So do you want to walk us through what happened there? Because we didn't quite actually catch what that was about.
We went 3 wide on the first turn,
Right.
and I broke slightly earlier.
Oh, this was with I think we did catch this. Was this with like Livingston? I think it was the Alfa
Livingstone, yeah,
Romeo.
I broke slightly
Yeah.
earlier,
Yeah.
and then I think that might have indicated for Livingstone thinking I was giving up the line when I wasn't.
Yeah. Well, unfortunate bit of contact there, but it was a great recovery drive from then, back up into P6 in the end, which I'm sure you're not too displeased with, because, like you say,
Well, with the recovery, but it was also I could have gotten more if
yeah.
I didn't have my penalty and I didn't have that start.
Mhm.
But what was it? I watched Tier 2's race where Kiziel was on like bloody 20 lap old hards.
Yeah.
So when I saw the safety car out, I thought, right, I might as well just risk it, go on the hards, and then survive. And yeah, it was pretty hard racing. There were some interesting moments, but it was all good in the end.
Yeah, and I mean, it
Yeah.
was an interesting. I mean, I think you were one of the only ones within like the bottom half of the top 10 that was on a one stop. So you did great to hold on for the for P6 in the end, ahead of Blundy.
Wait, people two stopped?
Yeah, there was, because obviously pit under the safety car and then people pit again, like last third of the race. Like pretty much
Yeah.
everyone. There was
Oh,
one
the
person
soft
behind.
runners,
Yeah,
they were quick.
there was one person ahead of you who got P3, who pit twice,
That
and
was
then
the
the rest of
Mercedes.
them. Yeah. And it was only Unfi behind you that didn't pit. That didn't pit twice.
Umphy caught up quite a bit near the end, didn't he?
Oh, sorry, not Unfi. Blegovic, who had a spin out in the
You.
last few laps. But other than that, everyone behind you had pit at least twice. So you were the second of the two double pit stoppers.
Well, I
And you
knew it
got
was hard to
P6.
overtake, so
Yeah,
it was either I'd risk the 2 strat and then potentially not gain anything, or I just risk the 1 strat, gain however seconds you get from not being in the pit stop,
yeah.
and then just go for it as much as I can. I did catch up to a few people who pit twice or 1 stop. I don't know which one they did.
Well, it was a great recovery drive. It was definitely entertaining to watch today. Like, especially the 3 wide moment into turn 1. I know it didn't end up too well, but
It
oh,
it was just it's a difficult turn,
yeah,
and it was after this. No, it was when was the safety car restart? No, the safety car restart was a bit of a weird one. Someone further up went quite slow all of a sudden on the restart, and Blundy tried to was going for it, but then he couldn't get it because it was past the finish. He wasn't past the finish line. I thought we were going, so I nearly overtook Blundy, but I had to stop, and then 2 cars went ahead of me. I had to try to recover from that. Oh, that was such a bad restart. Oh Lord. Oh well, it is what it is.
Well, it
Better
was,
than Monza.
like I say, a great recovery drive, and yeah. Well, thank you for hopping up here, pal, and
Yeah, no worries.
I'll speak to you probably next week.
Oh, you're that confident in me. I won't put my faith in that, but you can if you want. It will mean a lot. Right, I'll head down then.
Alright, pal. Thank you.
See ya.
We'll bring up Byland quick because obviously, an interesting race from Haas today. One winning the race, one not doing too well.
Yeah.
But Byland, welcome up. First of all, we'll go over the negatives first because Anderson, unfortunately, after grabbing pole here by just under a tenth over Ice Cream, didn't have the best start to the race. I believe I can't remember exactly what lap it was he crashed out, but it was quite early on in the race.
Yeah, I speak to him. He said he just went too early on throttle and spun out, and that was it.
Yeah,
It was lap 10, I think.
it's a tricky corner as well, the turn 2 exit, because you have to get that direction change in as well. But
Yeah.
an unfortunate end to his race after a win last time out and a pole position here. We know he has the pace, but obviously with the position you guys are in already, I'm sure it's not too much of a hit to you and the team stand-ins.
I mean, it's always like good to have some extra margin, but
Well,
I mean,
yeah.
it is what it is. But
Well, it is, yeah, but in the end, Ice Cream comes back around and extends his lead in the championship and also gets you 25 points in the team. So it was a great turnaround. And I'm sure Ice Cream, if one of them, Ice Cream and Anderson are such a strong pairing that if one of them does make a mistake, you can always count on the other one to collect the points that they can. And that's exactly what Ice Cream did today. Any comments on Ice Cream's performance as well today? Because obviously he can't be up here with us.
I mean, in the end, he's starting to melt, as you could see. But then we put him back in the freezer.
Well, you surely want him to melt because he's cooking.
Yeah. I mean, he was starting to melt, and it was not good for him. He's better cold.
Well, yeah. I mean, if that's everything, mate, then I mean, I'd like to speak to Anderson and Ice Cream, but obviously, they both can't be
I
up here.
mean,
But
Anderson is not happy at the moment, and Ice Cream just doesn't have time.
yeah. Well, I appreciate you coming up here and giving a few words to us on their races, and I'm
Yeah.
sure we'll speak to hopefully at least you and a driver again next week.
Yeah, I mean, we'll probably
Texas.
see some of them up at the podium, so
Yeah.
at least one, I reckon.
Well, I'll look forward to it, and thank you for hopping up here, pal.
Yeah, see you.
Cheers. Okay, I'll do one more. I'll bring Blundy up if he wants to come up, and then I'm gonna call it a day. First of all,
Hi.
I mean, I owe you an apology
What's that?
because I called you Alex Blundy in the overlay, so your name's been Alex Blundy the entire race.
Hey, I'll take it. You know,
It could have
it's
been
not the
worse.
worst.
It could have been worse.
Yeah, that's been worse.
Yeah. Wait, what was it? What number is it that you use? I'll change it right now so I don't forget.
9.
9.
Yeah.
There is.
Can we just like remove Hungary from the calendar?
Yeah.
Like, we don't need it. Don't like it. No one likes it. You can't overtake. It's a shit track. Just get rid of it.
I wholeheartedly agree.
God damn, I was practicing for like on Monday because I've had a busy week. I was doing 79s. That's over 2 seconds slower than the pole time today.
Yeah, but in the end you did a 16 too, so it's not all
I don't
bad.
know how. Yeah. I mean, I've improved over the week, but this track is dreadful.
Could be worse. You could be Van Loon. Let's put it that way.
Fair enough.
But in the end,
Yeah.
it was P12 in qualifying.
Yeah.
But I'd say a pretty well thought out strategy in the end because the softs, I think it was a bit questionable under the safety car.
Yeah.
But in the end, you ended up doing the reverse of what most people did, which was the mediums to the softs at the end.
Yeah.
I think like the undercut you got on the medium on the
that was
mediums
immense.
earlier, really helped you get up into P7. So it kind of worked out in the end.
Yeah.
Going from P12 to P7 in the end, and getting some Red Bull some points there on the board.
Yeah.
No teammate today either.
Yeah, they've been lonely in the VC. So I just kind of sat there, kind of was silent the whole time, like trying to make conversation myself to stop myself from going crazy over that race. Like,
well, I believe your team principal is a bit of an NPC at the moment, so.
Yeah, he seems nice. You know, I can't say too much since this is actually my official first season here. And, you know, I've just been signed. So it was a decent debut race.
It doesn't help that he's a prick, does it?
Wouldn't have gone that far. But, you know...
Archie Britton, he doesn't mind. He's fine. Don't worry about it. Anyway,
he's lovely.
I believe with this result as well, because there was only 1 point between you and Alfa Romeo, and you finished one position ahead of Livingston, you move up to P8 in the standings.
Let's
So
go!
you're 1 point ahead of Alfa Romeo now.
Immediate impact.
But yeah, you've got quite the margin to close up to Aston Martin, I think. But I'm sure there's still 3 races left to go this season.
3 in a sprint. No, four full races and also a sprint tagged onto that. So, yeah, that's
No,
right.
three races.
Is it 3 or was it 4 today, including today? 3, sorry,
It's
yeah.
4 including today. So next race,
Yeah.
you got a sprint and the Grand Prix, and
Yeah.
then Brazil and Japan after
Yeah,
that.
not bad.
But it will be. There's still time. There's still time to close up. It's very up and down at the moment in Tier 3 with people and their results. But I'm sure we'll see what happens, and hopefully Britain will wake up and can get your teammate to be there.
He was in all fairness, he was trying today. It was a last minute saying they can't do it, so there was no chance to get reserve in, really. Like, in all fair, we'll give him the benefit of doubt for today at least, if you get me.
mean, the last thing that I can see him doing was at 8 minutes past 7 tonight in the team principal chat. He put KYS and then in brackets put keep yourself safe, not So yeah, I don't know. But anyway,
he was trying at 4 o'clock today. He did his best.
Anyway, I'll call it there, mate. But congrats on the points today, and
Thank you very much.
I'll speak to you probably next week in Texas.
Yay!
All right, pal. See you later.
See ya.
Bye. Okay, well, that pretty much wraps up our time here in Hungary. Join us on Friday night at 7 p.m. UK time for the Tier 1 Texas or United States Grand Prix with a sprint race attached to that as well. Until then, though, I'll see you guys probably next week, and thank you for watching.